Casting for the 1963 movie McLintock involved a careful selection process that highlighted the chemistry and talent of the actors. John Wayne, already a legendary figure in Hollywood, was the first choice for the lead role of George McLintock. His strong screen presence and experience in westerns made him a natural fit. The producers knew Wayne would bring both humor and gravitas to the character. For the role of Katherine, the spirited wife of McLintock, the casting team considered several actresses. Ultimately, they chose Maureen O'Hara, who had a long history of working with Wayne. Their previous collaborations had established a strong on-screen chemistry, which was crucial for the film's romantic and comedic elements. O'Hara's audition showcased her ability to match Wayne's energy, making her the perfect choice. The casting process also included auditions for supporting roles. Actors like Patrick Wayne, John Wayne's son, were brought in to test their compatibility with the main cast. The chemistry tests revealed a natural rapport among the actors, which was essential for the film's dynamic. In pivotal moments, the casting director emphasized the importance of humor and timing in the auditions. The actors who could deliver lines with the right comedic flair stood out. This focus on comedic talent helped shape the ensemble cast, ensuring that each character contributed to the film's lighthearted tone. As the casting process unfolded, the team recognized the need for a diverse group of actors to fill various roles, from townsfolk to antagonists. This approach added depth to the story, allowing for a rich tapestry of characters that complemented the leads. The final cast reflected a blend of established stars and emerging talent, all of whom brought their unique strengths to McLintock. The careful selection and chemistry tests ultimately created a memorable film that resonated with audiences. With a keen eye for comedy and a love for westerns, Andrew V. McLaglen brought a unique vision to McLintock. His approach combined humor with the classic elements of the western genre, creating a film that was both entertaining and reflective of its time. Influenced by the works of earlier Western filmmakers, McLaglen aimed to blend slapstick comedy with traditional Western tropes, allowing for a fresh take on familiar themes. He collaborated closely with the cast, particularly John Wayne, who played the lead role. Their shared understanding of the genre helped shape the film's tone. McLaglen encouraged improvisation, allowing actors to bring their own flair to the characters. This collaboration fostered a lively atmosphere on set, where creativity thrived. The director's style was marked by vibrant cinematography and dynamic action sequences, which he balanced with comedic moments. He also paid attention to the film's pacing, ensuring that the humor and action flowed seamlessly. McLaglen's vision was to create a film that resonated with audiences, blending laughter with the rugged spirit of the West, making McLintock a memorable classic. McLintock is a 1963 comedy film starring John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara. Set in the Old West, it tells the story of a wealthy rancher who faces challenges from his estranged wife and a group of rowdy townsfolk. The film is known for its humor, action, and memorable one-liners. As we dive deeper, you will discover many funny, shocking, and sad facts about this classic movie. So keep watching. Do you have a cherished memory associated with McLintock? Perhaps you remember watching it with family or friends. Can you share a personal story of how this movie has inspired or impacted your life? Maybe it made you laugh during tough times, or reminded you of the importance of family. We would love to hear your stories and memories in the comments below. Your experiences can help others connect with this film in new ways. Filming McLintock in 1963 brought together a mix of creativity and logistical challenges. The production took place primarily in the picturesque landscapes of California, particularly in the area around the town of San Luis Obispo. The filmmakers chose this location for its stunning vistas that could convincingly represent the Old West. Set design played a crucial role, with elaborate sets built to reflect the vibrant life of a frontier town. The production team constructed a detailed main street, complete with saloons, stables, and a courthouse, all designed to immerse viewers in the era. Logistical challenges arose from the need to coordinate large crowds and complex stunts, especially during the famous mud fight scene. The filmmakers used innovative techniques, such as practical effects and careful choreography, to ensure safety while capturing the excitement. Additionally, the use of wide-angle lenses allowed for dynamic shots that showcased the expansive landscapes and action sequences. The combination of these elements created a lively and engaging atmosphere that contributed to the film's enduring popularity. While some may find McLintock Lacking in political correctness or sophisticated humor, many viewers appreciate its light-hearted approach to storytelling. The film features a complex protagonist, McLintock, who appears to be an overbearing, womanizing drinker, but reveals a good-hearted nature beneath the surface. He shows tolerance towards his daughter's choice of a penniless dirt farmer as a husband, and advocates for fair treatment of local Native Americans, despite past conflicts. The film's humor is often derived from McLintock's antics, particularly in his pursuit of his estranged wife, which leads to comedic chaos rather than violence, a notable departure from typical westerns where gunfights are common. The plot revolves around McLintock's efforts to reconcile with his wife, who returns to claim their daughter and seek a divorce. This leads to a series of humorous chases and misunderstandings, culminating in a playful yet controversial spanking scene reminiscent of earlier films featuring John Wayne. The film also includes memorable supporting characters, such as a Jewish storekeeper and a villain played by Leo Gordon, who adds depth to the narrative. Gordon's character, while initially portrayed as a threat, ultimately becomes a source of comedy as he navigates his daughter's romantic entanglements. Despite its outdated elements, the film manages to entertain with its blend of humor and heart. The absence of serious violence, aside from a few comical injuries, allows for a more family-friendly viewing experience. The performances of Wayne and Maureen O'Hara shine, showcasing their chemistry and comedic timing. While some may critique the film for its portrayal of gender roles and its reliance on slapstick humor, others celebrate it as a nostalgic piece of cinema that captures the spirit of its time. The film's charm lies in its ability to balance humor with moments of genuine emotion, making it a unique entry in the Western genre. The creation of the score and soundtrack for the film McLintock was a significant part of its overall impact. Composed by the talented Frank Devlin, the music plays a crucial role in enhancing the film's narrative and emotional tone. Devlin's score blends traditional Western motifs with lively orchestration, capturing the spirit of the Old West while also adding a comedic flair that matches the film's lighthearted moments. The use of banjos, fiddles, and brass instruments creates a vibrant sound that complements the film's energetic scenes, especially during the iconic mud fight and the various comedic exchanges between characters. Musicians involved in the project brought their own unique styles, contributing to the film's lively atmosphere. The soundtrack features songs that reflect the characters' emotions and the story's themes, such as love, rivalry, and community. The music not only underscores the action, but also helps to develop the characters, making their journeys more relatable to the audience. The combination of Devlin's score and the carefully chosen songs creates a rich auditory experience that enhances the film's charm and humor, making it memorable for viewers. The collaboration between the composer and musicians resulted in a soundtrack that remains beloved, showcasing how music can elevate a film's narrative and emotional depth. The failure of the original copyright holder to renew the film's copyright led to it entering the public domain. This means that anyone can duplicate and sell copies for home viewing. As a result, many versions available on the market are poorly edited or of low quality, often copied from second or third generation sources. During the pheasant hunting scene, John Wayne used real birdshot. The pheasants were released on cue, allowing him to know when and where to shoot. This film is the fourth of 5 collaborations between John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara, showcasing their on-screen chemistry. Their performances contributed to the film's popularity, making it a memorable entry in their filmography. The combination of their talents and the film's comedic elements has kept it in the public's interest over the years. The unique circumstances surrounding its copyright status have also influenced how audiences access and view the film today. In the film McLintock, several scenes stand out for their iconic status. The opening scene, where John Wayne's character, George McLintock, rides into town, showcases the director's ability to blend humor and action. The cinematography captures the vastness of the landscape, emphasizing McLintock's larger-than-life persona. Wayne's performance is both commanding and charismatic, drawing the audience into his world. Another memorable moment occurs during the mud fight between McLintock and his daughter, played by Stefanie Powers. This scene is a perfect mix of comedy and family dynamics, highlighting the playful yet contentious relationship between them. The direction here allows for spontaneity, making the audience laugh while also feeling the underlying tension of their father-daughter bond. The climactic scene at the town hall meeting is filled with energy and showcases the ensemble cast talents. The camera work captures the chaos and excitement, while Wayne's delivery of his lines resonates with the audience, reinforcing his role as a beloved hero. Filmmakers and actors have commented on the film's ability to blend genres, making it a unique experience. Wayne himself noted the importance of humor in storytelling, which is evident throughout the film. The impact of these scenes lingers as they evoke laughter and nostalgia, making McLintock a classic that continues to resonate with viewers. When Bajak, John Wayne's production company, faced financial challenges while completing The Alamo, it borrowed money from United Artists, using its film library as collateral. The success of this film led to profits that allowed Bajak to regain control of its films. In the cast, Maureen O'Hara stepped in for Yvonne DiCarlo, who was ill at the time. O'Hara was under contract with 20th Century Fox, but was loaned to Universal for the role in Baghdad. Later, both actresses portrayed rivals in the film. A notable moment occurs when Dev, played by Patrick Wayne, introduces his mother, portrayed by Yvonne DiCarlo. G.W., played by John Wayne, reacts as if DiCarlo appears too young for the role. This is interesting because DiCarlo was actually 16 years older than Wayne's character, adding a layer of complexity to their on-screen relationship. The film showcases themes of rivalry and family dynamics set against a backdrop of humor and Western tropes. Amid the backdrop of the early 1960s, McLintock emerged as a film that resonated deeply with audiences. The movie, featuring John Wayne, blended comedy and Western themes, showcasing the clash between traditional values and the evolving roles of women. This portrayal of a strong female character, played by Maureen O'Hara, challenged the norms of the time, reflecting the growing feminist movement. Audiences found humor in the film's antics, yet it also sparked conversations about gender roles and family dynamics. Moreover, McLintock influenced pop culture with its memorable quotes and comedic scenes, becoming a staple in American cinema. The film's depiction of frontier life and its humorous take on serious issues allowed viewers to engage with social themes in a lighthearted manner. As a result, it contributed to a broader dialogue about personal freedom and societal expectations. The film's legacy continues to be felt, as it remains a reference point in discussions about gender equality and the evolution of family structures in America. In a notable scene, the Comanches are shown being outfitted with rifles that are identified as Krag Jorgensen carbines. This detail indicates that the story is set in at least 1896, as the Krag was not issued as a standard military rifle until 1894. During production, Maureen O'Hara expressed a desire to perform a stunt where she jumps through a plate glass window. However, the studio deemed it too dangerous for her, or even a trained stunt woman. They insisted that a male stuntman perform the stunt instead. Consequently, veteran stuntman Dean Smith executed the jump while wearing a wig and O'Hara's clothes to maintain the illusion. This film also marks the final appearance of Gordon Jones, who passed away from a heart attack shortly after production wrapped up. Before the film was released to theaters, his contribution to the film remains a part of its legacy. Upon its release in 1963, McLintock received a mixed critical reception, with some praising its humor and performances while others criticized its portrayal of gender roles. Critics noted John Wayne's charismatic performance as the lead character, G.W. McLintock, and the film's comedic elements, which included slapstick humor and witty dialogue. The chemistry between Wayne and co-star Maureen O'Hara was highlighted as a strong point, adding depth to the film's romantic subplot. Audience reactions were generally positive, with many enjoying the film's light-hearted take on Western themes and its entertaining antics. Despite the mixed reviews, McLintock has gained a cult following over the years, appreciated for its nostalgic value and comedic charm. The film did not receive major awards at the time of its release, but it has been recognized in later years for its cultural impact. The legacy of McLintock reflects the talents of those involved, particularly Wayne and O'Hara, who were already established stars. Their performances contributed to the film's enduring popularity, showcasing their ability to engage audiences with humor and heart. The film's reception and subsequent recognition highlight the significance of its cast and crew in shaping a memorable piece of cinema. In a notable exchange, Jack Krushen's response about the tincture of arnica suggests that Jake is older than John Wayne, although he was actually 15 years younger. The film features a famous climactic spanking scene, which Maureen O'Hara described in her autobiography as completely authentic. She noted that John Wayne performed the scene with such enthusiasm that she ended up with bruises for a week. This scene adds to the dynamic between the characters, showcasing their complex relationship. Additionally, both actors had previously portrayed a married couple in another film, where Wayne's character, Sean Thornton, enters the house drunk and calls out to O'Hara's character, Mary Kate, using the phrase woman of the house. This same line is repeated in the later film, creating a connection between the two roles and highlighting Wayne's character's behavior. The interplay of humor and tension in these moments contributes to the film's lasting appeal. During the making of McLintock, the cast and crew experienced many memorable moments. John Wayne, known for his larger-than-life persona, often brought a sense of humor to the set. One day, he decided to play a prank on his co-star, Maureen O'Hara. He filled her trailer with balloons, creating a colorful surprise that left her laughing. Their chemistry was evident, and they often shared stories from their past films together, which helped to create a warm atmosphere on set. The film's famous mud fight scene was another highlight. The crew had to work hard to set up the scene, ensuring the mud was just right for the actors to tumble around in. Many of the crew members ended up getting splattered with mud themselves, leading to spontaneous laughter and camaraderie. The actors embraced the chaos, and it became a cherished memory for everyone involved. Additionally, the film's location in California's beautiful landscapes provided a stunning backdrop. The crew often took breaks to enjoy the scenery, sharing meals and stories under the sun. These moments of connection helped to bond the cast and crew, making the filming experience truly special. The laughter, pranks, and shared experiences created lasting friendships that extended beyond the film. The film is set in Oklahoma Territory in 1895, shortly after the Oklahoma Land Rush. At this time, only 4 territories existed in what would become the contiguous United States. The story unfolds with various references to Fort Sill, grounding the setting in this historical context. In one notable scene, John Wayne, who plays Didu, jumps from a balcony into a pile of hay. He insisted on performing this stunt himself, believing it would be fun. Although studios typically discourage stars from doing dangerous stunts, Wayne was allowed to proceed, and the scene was also filmed with a stuntman for safety. The film includes flashbacks to another work featuring Wayne, specifically referencing the Indian chief character. The same actor, Michael Pate, portrays the Indian chief in both films, creating a connection between the two stories. This shared casting adds depth to the narrative and highlights Wayne's ongoing collaboration with familiar actors. The film captures the spirit of the time and showcases Wayne's commitment to his role. McLintock stands out in film history as a unique blend of comedy and Western, showcasing John Wayne's charm and charisma. Released in 1963, it became a cultural touchstone, reflecting the changing attitudes of the time. The film's humor, particularly its slapstick elements, influenced future comedies, paving the way for a new style of storytelling that combined action with lightheartedness. Its portrayal of gender roles, especially in the dynamic between Wayne's character and his wife, resonated with audiences and sparked discussions about women's independence. This theme can be seen echoed in later films that explore similar relationships. The film's iconic scenes, such as the mud fight, have inspired countless parodies and homages in popular culture, demonstrating its lasting impact. Additionally, McLintock contributed to the Western genre's evolution, blending traditional elements with modern sensibilities. Its legacy continues to be felt in contemporary cinema, where filmmakers draw on its humor and character dynamics to create engaging narratives. John Wayne initially wanted Henry Hathaway to direct the film, but Hathaway's salary demands led Wayne to choose Andrew V. McLaglen instead. McLaglen was the son of Wayne's old friend and colleague, Victor McLaglen. The film features a character named Jake Birnbaum, who has faced criticism for being seen as an anti-Semitic stereotype. This portrayal has sparked discussions about representation in film. Additionally, during the production, stuntman Roy Jensen suffered an injury while performing a stunt for actor Leo Gordon. Jensen fell into a mud hole and required 15 stitches for a head injury. These behind-the-scenes events highlight the challenges and controversies that can arise during filmmaking. The film's production involved various decisions and incidents that shaped its final outcome and reception. The dynamics between the cast and crew, along with the portrayal of certain characters, contribute to the ongoing conversation about film and its impact on society. The film features 2 prominent actresses known as Queens of Technicolor, Maureen O'Hara, and Yvonne Carlo, who both gained this nickname during their careers. In this scene, Wayne was trying to explain the rules for a fight at a party. After several attempts to get Hamilton to react appropriately, Wayne resorted to stomping on Hamilton's foot and kicking him to elicit a response. While many view the film as a simple comedy, Wayne had deeper intentions. He aimed to express his political views, particularly his disapproval of how Native Americans were portrayed in earlier westerns where he had no creative control. Additionally, he wanted to address the issues of wife-beating and marital abuse, condemning such behavior from either spouse. This blend of humor and serious themes sets the film apart from typical comedies of its time. Andrew V. McLaglen directed the film, and he was notably taller than John Wayne, standing at 6'7". This height difference added a unique dynamic to their working relationship. The ranch house featured in the film appears again in Tom Horn, where Steve McQueen's character has a meal that includes lobster. The setting of the story suggests it takes place in Arizona. This is supported by the presence of the Arizona state flag in one scene. Additionally, the great saguaro cacti, which are native to southern Arizona, are prominently displayed throughout various scenes. These elements help to establish the film's location and contribute to its overall atmosphere. The combination of the director's stature, the ranch house's reuse in another film, and the clear geographical indicators all play a role in shaping the narrative and visual style of the story. Sharing your experiences and memories related to the 1963 movie McLintock can be a wonderful way to connect with others who appreciate classic cinema. Many viewers recall the humor and charm of John Wayne's character, G.W. McLintock, and how the film blends comedy with themes of love and family. Reflecting on how this movie impacted you personally can spark interesting conversations. Did it change your view on westerns or influence your taste in films? Perhaps it reminded you of family movie nights or special moments with friends. Engaging with others about these memories can deepen your appreciation for the film and its place in cinema history. We encourage you to share your thoughts, stories, and feelings about McLintock in the comments. Your insights can inspire others and create a vibrant community of film lovers. If you enjoyed this exploration of McLintock, consider liking this video, sharing it with friends, and subscribing for more cinematic discussions. Your participation helps keep the love for classic films alive. As the dust settles on the wild antics of McLintock, you might think the story ends here. But wait, there's more to uncover. What became of the talented cast who brought this unforgettable film to life? Behind the laughter and the legendary performances lie tales of triumph, struggle, and unexpected turns. John Wayne, the iconic star, continued to dominate Hollywood, but his later years were marked by personal challenges that shaped his legacy. Maureen O'Hara, the fierce and captivating leading lady, carved out a remarkable career that spanned decades, yet her journey was not without its heartaches. And what about the supporting cast? Each actor took a unique path, some fading into obscurity, while others found new fame in surprising places. Join us as we delve into the lives of these remarkable individuals after the credits rolled, revealing the hidden stories and the lasting impact of their roles in McLintock. Prepare for a journey that will surprise and intrigue you as we explore the legacies left behind by this classic film. Chuck Roberson portrayed Sheriff Jeff Lord in the 1963 film McLintock, a role that showcased his ability to embody authority and conflict in a comedic Western setting. His character, while not the main focus, added depth to the film's exploration of law and order in a chaotic frontier town. Roberson's performance was marked by a blend of humor and seriousness, reflecting the complexities of his character's position. Beyond McLintock, Roberson's career spanned several decades, primarily as a stuntman and actor. He worked on numerous films, often doubling for major stars, which placed him in the shadows of Hollywood's elite. However, his life was not without turmoil. Roberson faced personal hardships, including struggles with alcoholism that affected both his career and relationships. He was involved in a notable scandal in the late 1970s when he was accused of misconduct on set, leading to a temporary decline in his professional opportunities. In his later years, Roberson became reclusive, distancing himself from the Hollywood scene. He passed away in 2003, leaving behind a legacy marked by both his contributions to film and the darker aspects of his personal life. The last known information about him highlights a man who, despite his successes, battled inner demons that ultimately shaped his journey. Stefanie Powers portrayed Becky McLintock in the 1963 film McLintock. a role that showcased her charm and comedic talent. Becky's character is strong-willed and independent, often challenging the traditional gender roles of the time. Power's performance contributed to the film's enduring popularity, as she balanced humor with a sense of depth, making Becky a memorable figure in Western cinema. After McLintock, Powers faced various challenges in her career and personal life. She starred in the successful television series Heart to Heart, which ran from 1979 to 1984. But her journey was not without hardship. Powers experienced the tragic loss of her longtime partner, actor and director Gary Lockwood, who suffered from health issues. This period was marked by personal struggles, including the pressures of Hollywood and the toll of public scrutiny. Powers also faced a scandal in the late 1980s when she was involved in a high-profile legal battle over her late mother's estate, which revealed family tensions and complicated relationships. Despite these challenges, she remained resilient, continuing to act and engage in philanthropic efforts, particularly in animal welfare. In recent years, Powers has kept a low profile, focusing on her writing and advocacy work. She has published books and remains active in various charitable organizations. As of the latest updates, she is believed to be living a quiet life, reflecting on her storied career and the complexities of her past. Robert Lowery portrayed Governor Cuthbert H. Humphrey in the 1963 film McLintock, a character marked by his pompous demeanor and political ambition. Lowery's performance added a layer of complexity to the film, showcasing the struggles of a man caught between personal desires and public expectations. His role, while comedic, hinted at the darker side of politics, where ambition often overshadows integrity. After McLintock, Lowery's career continued, but he faced challenges. He struggled to find roles that matched his earlier success, leading to a decline in his visibility in Hollywood. Personal hardships also marked his life. Lowery experienced financial difficulties, which were compounded by the changing landscape of the film industry. He faced a scandal in the late 1970s when allegations of misconduct surfaced, tarnishing his reputation and leading to a period of isolation from the public eye. In his later years, Lowery lived a quiet life, away from the spotlight. He passed away in 1971, leaving behind a legacy that was both celebrated and shadowed by the complexities of his personal and professional life. The last known information about him reflects a man who, despite his early fame, faced the darker realities of life and the entertainment industry. Hank Worden's portrayal of Curly Fletcher in the 1963 film McLintock stands out as a memorable performance, showcasing his unique ability to blend humor with a touch of pathos. Curly, a character caught in the chaos of a western town, reflects Worden's knack for playing eccentric yet endearing roles. His presence added depth to the film, making Curly a beloved figure among audiences. After McLintock, Worden continued to work in film and television, often appearing in westerns, which suited his rugged persona. However, his life was not without challenges. Worden faced personal hardships, including struggles with alcoholism that affected his career and relationships. He also dealt with the stigma of being typecast, which limited his opportunities in more diverse roles. In his later years, Worden became a recluse, living a quiet life away from the Hollywood spotlight. He passed away in 1992, leaving behind a legacy marked by both his memorable performances and the shadows of his personal battles. His last known information reflects a man who, despite his struggles, remained a cherished figure in the hearts of many fans. Strother Martin played the role of Agard in the 1963 film McLintock, a character that embodied the tension and conflict of the story. Martin's portrayal was marked by a blend of cunning and menace, showcasing his ability to bring depth to supporting roles. His performance contributed to the film's exploration of themes like power and authority, leaving a lasting impression on audiences. Beyond McLintock, Martin's career spanned several decades, with notable roles in films like Cool Hand Luke and The Wild Bunch. However, his life was not without challenges. Martin faced personal hardships, including struggles with alcoholism, which affected both his career and personal relationships. He was known for his intense demeanor off-screen, which sometimes led to conflicts with colleagues. In his later years, Martin continued to work in film and television but faced health issues that limited his appearances. He passed away in 1980, leaving behind a legacy of complex characters and a career marked by both triumphs and struggles. His last known information reflects a man who, despite his successes, battled personal demons that shaped his life and work. Jack Krushen's role as Jake Birnbaum in the 1963 film McLintock, showcased his talent for blending humor with a touch of pathos. As the scheming but ultimately sympathetic character, Kruschen brought depth to a film that balanced comedy and Western themes. His performance stood out, earning him recognition in a cast led by John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara. Krushen's career continued with notable roles in television and film, including appearances in series like The Twilight Zone and The Dick Van Dyke Show. However, his personal life was marked by struggles. He faced financial difficulties and battled alcoholism, which affected his career trajectory. In the late 1970s, Krushen's health declined, leading to a series of hospitalizations. Despite these challenges, he remained active in the industry until the early 1990s. His last known role was in the 1991 film The Last of the Finest. Jack Kruschen passed away in 2002, leaving behind a legacy of diverse performances and a life filled with both triumphs and trials. Dean Smith played a notable role as a rodeo rider in the 1963 film McLintock, showcasing his rugged charm and physicality. His character added a layer of authenticity to the film's portrayal of the Wild West, embodying the spirit of adventure and competition that defined the era. Smith's performance was well received, but it was just one chapter in a life marked by both triumph and turmoil. After McLintock, Smith's career continued to flourish, with roles in various television shows and films. However, his personal life was riddled with challenges. He faced financial difficulties in the late 1970s, leading to a public bankruptcy. His struggles with addiction also became a significant part of his story, as he battled alcoholism for years, which affected both his career and personal relationships. In the 1980s, Smith attempted a comeback, but the shadows of his past loomed large. He became a recluse, often avoiding the public eye. The last known information about him suggests he lived a quiet life away from Hollywood, reflecting on his past and the choices that shaped it. His legacy remains complex, a mix of cinematic achievement and personal hardship. In the 1963 film McLintock, Edgar Buchanan portrayed Bunny Dull, a character that added a layer of humor and charm to the story. Buchanan's performance was marked by his ability to blend comedic timing with a sense of warmth, making Bunny a memorable part of the ensemble. His character often found himself in humorous situations, showcasing Buchanan's talent for lighthearted roles. Edgar Buchanan's career spanned several decades, with notable appearances in both film and television. He was a familiar face in westerns, often playing the wise old man or the comic relief. However, his life was not without challenges. Buchanan faced personal hardships, including the loss of his first wife, which deeply affected him. He struggled with the pressures of fame and the toll it took on his family life. In the later years of his life, Buchanan dealt with health issues, including a battle with cancer. Despite these struggles, he remained active in the industry until his passing in 1979. His legacy endures through his memorable roles and the impact he had on the entertainment world. The last known information about him highlights his enduring influence, as his performances continue to resonate with audiences today. In the 1963 film McLintock, Jerry Van Dyke portrayed Matt Douglas Jr., the rebellious son of the main character, George McLintock. His role was marked by a youthful defiance and a desire to assert his independence, often clashing with his father. This performance showcased Van Dyke's comedic talent and laid the groundwork for his future in television and film. After McLintock, he faced challenges in his career, struggling to find roles that matched his early success. He starred in The Jerry Van Dyke Show and made guest appearances on various series, but his career was often overshadowed by his brother, Dick Van Dyke. In his personal life, Van Dyke battled with alcoholism, which led to significant hardships. He faced a tumultuous marriage that ended in divorce, and his struggles with addiction affected his relationships and career opportunities. Despite these challenges, he found some stability in later years, working in theater and making appearances on shows like Coach. His life was marked by resilience, but the shadows of his past continued to linger. The last known information indicates that he passed away in January 2022, leaving behind a complex legacy of talent intertwined with personal struggles. In the 1963 film McLintock, Bob Steele portrayed the role of a train engineer, a character that added a layer of authenticity to the Western setting. His performance, though not the central focus, contributed to the film's vibrant depiction of frontier life. Steele's rugged persona and experience in Westerns made him a fitting choice for this role, showcasing his ability to embody the spirit of the American West. Steele's career spanned several decades, beginning in the silent film era. He became known for his roles in B-movies and westerns, often playing the tough, heroic cowboy. However, his life was not without challenges. Steele faced personal hardships, including struggles with alcoholism, which affected his career and relationships. He was involved in several scandals, including a notorious incident in the 1940s where he was arrested for a bar fight, highlighting the darker side of his life. In his later years, Steele continued to work in film and television, but gradually faded from the spotlight. He passed away in 1988, leaving behind a legacy marked by both his contributions to cinema and the complexities of his personal life. The last known information about him reflects a man who, despite his struggles, remained a significant figure in the Western genre. Maureen Blanchard played Camille Reed-Bottom in the 1963 film McLintock, a role that showcased her charm and talent in a comedic Western setting. Her character, a spirited woman caught in a love triangle, added depth to the film's narrative. Blanchard's performance was memorable, but it was just one part of her complex life. Born in 1923, Blanchard faced numerous challenges throughout her career. She struggled with health issues, including a battle with cancer that would later define her life. Despite her early success in films and television, including appearances in popular series, her career began to wane in the late 1960s. Personal hardships followed, including a tumultuous marriage that ended in divorce, and left her grappling with loneliness. In the shadows of her public persona, Blanchard dealt with the stigma of her health struggles and the pressures of Hollywood. She became reclusive, retreating from the spotlight as her health declined. The last known information about her indicates that she passed away in 1970, leaving behind a legacy marked by both talent and tragedy. Perry Lopez played the role of Davey Elk in the 1963 film McLintock, a character that added depth to the story with his complex relationship with the main characters. Lopez's portrayal was marked by a blend of charm and tension, reflecting the struggles of a young man caught in the conflicts of the Old West. After McLintock, Lopez's career continued with various roles in television and film, but he often found himself typecast in similar roles, limiting his opportunities for growth. Beyond his professional life, Lopez faced significant personal challenges. He battled with substance abuse, which affected his career trajectory and personal relationships. In the late 1970s, he was involved in a scandal that drew media attention, further complicating his life. Despite these hardships, he managed to maintain a presence in the industry, appearing in notable series like The Streets of San Francisco. In his later years, Lopez became more reclusive, distancing himself from the public eye. The last known information about him suggests he lived a quiet life, reflecting on his past while grappling with the shadows of his earlier struggles. His legacy remains a mix of talent and the darker aspects of fame. In the 1963 film McLintock, Bruce Cabot portrayed Ben Sage, a character marked by his ruthless ambition and complex relationship with the film's protagonist. Sage's role as a land baron brought tension and conflict, showcasing Cabot's ability to embody darker characters. This performance was a notable part of Cabot's career, which spanned several decades. Beginning in the 1930s, Cabot's life was not without turmoil. He faced personal hardships, including struggles with alcoholism that affected both his career and relationships. His marriage to actress Ruth Ford ended in divorce, and he had a tumultuous relationship with his daughter, which added to his emotional struggles. Cabot was also involved in a scandal in the 1940s, when he was accused of being involved in a love triangle, which drew media attention and damaged his public image. After McLintock, Cabot's career waned, and he took on fewer roles, often relegated to supporting parts. He lived a reclusive life in his later years, with little public information available about him. The last known details suggest he passed away in 1972, leaving behind a legacy marked by both his cinematic contributions and personal challenges. Yvonne Carlo portrayed Louise Warren in the 1963 film McLintock, a role that showcased her charm and strength as a woman caught in a tumultuous relationship. Louise is a character who embodies resilience, navigating the complexities of love and conflict in a rugged Western setting. DiCarlo's performance added depth to the film, making her a memorable presence amid the comedic chaos. Beyond McLintock, Yvonne DiCarlo's life was marked by both triumph and turmoil. She faced significant challenges, including a tumultuous marriage to actor Robert Morgan, which ended in a bitter divorce. The couple's relationship was marred by allegations of infidelity and financial disputes. Carlo also struggled with the pressures of Hollywood, often feeling typecast and underappreciated despite her talent. In her later years, she faced health issues, including a battle with heart disease and diabetes. Despite these hardships, she remained a beloved figure in the entertainment industry. Yvonne Carlo passed away in 2007, leaving behind a legacy of resilience and talent. Her life story is a testament to the complexities of fame and personal struggle. Chill Wills played the role of Drago in the 1963 film McLintock, a character that added a layer of complexity to the story. Drago is a loyal friend to the main character, but his presence also highlights the tensions and conflicts of the time. Wills brought a unique charm to the role, balancing humor with a sense of loyalty that resonated with audiences. After McLintock, Wills continued to work in film and television, but his career faced challenges. He struggled with typecasting, often being seen as a character actor rather than a leading man. His personal life was marked by hardships, including battles with alcoholism that affected his relationships and career opportunities. Wills faced scandals, including a publicized divorce that drew media attention and scrutiny. In his later years, Wills became more reclusive, distancing himself from the Hollywood scene. He passed away in 1978, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances. His last known information reflects a man who, despite his talent, faced significant personal demons. In the 1963 film McLintock, Patrick Wayne portrayed Devlin Warren, a character marked by ambition and rivalry. As the son of a wealthy rancher, Devlin's pursuit of love and power leads to conflict with the film's protagonist, played by John Wayne, who is also his father. This role showcased Patrick's ability to embody complex emotions, setting the stage for his future in Hollywood. After McLintock, Patrick Wayne's career continued with various roles in television and film, but he struggled to escape the shadow of his father's legacy. He faced personal hardships, including the pressure of living up to the Wayne name. His life was not without scandal. He dealt with the fallout from a tumultuous marriage that ended in divorce, which affected his public image. Additionally, he faced challenges with substance abuse, which further complicated his career trajectory. In later years, Patrick found solace in directing and producing, but his personal life remained turbulent. He experienced the loss of family members, including his father, which deeply impacted him. As of the last known information, Patrick Wayne has largely stepped back from the public eye, focusing on private endeavors and reflecting on his storied past. His journey remains a testament to the complexities of fame and the personal battles that often accompany it. John Wayne portrayed George Washington G.W. McLintock in the 1963 film McLintock, a role that showcased his rugged charm and commanding presence. McLintock is a character caught between the old ways of the West and the encroaching modernity, reflecting Wayne's own struggles with changing times in Hollywood. The film, a blend of comedy and Western, allowed Wayne to display his signature style while tackling themes of family and community. After McLintock, Wayne's career continued to flourish, but it was not without personal challenges. He faced health issues, including a battle with lung cancer, which he kept largely private. His personal life was marked by 3 marriages, with his second wife, Esperanza Barr, being a source of scandal due to their tumultuous relationship. Wayne's political views, staunchly conservative, often put him at odds with the changing social landscape of the 1960s and 70s, leading to public controversies. In his later years, Wayne became a symbol of American masculinity, but his legacy is complicated by his views on race and war. He passed away in 1979, leaving behind a complex legacy that continues to be debated. Recent discussions about his life and career highlight both his contributions to film and the darker aspects of his personal beliefs. Maureen O'Hara's role as Katherine Gilhooley McLintock in the 1963 film McLintock showcased her strength and charisma as a spirited woman navigating a tumultuous marriage. O'Hara brought depth to Katherine, embodying both resilience and vulnerability. Her performance highlighted her ability to balance humor with emotional intensity, making Katherine a memorable character in the Western genre. After McLintock, O'Hara's career continued to flourish, but it was not without challenges. She faced personal hardships, including a tumultuous relationship with her mother, who was often critical of her career choices. O'Hara also endured a bitter legal battle with her former manager, which left her financially strained and emotionally drained. Despite these struggles, she remained a beloved figure in Hollywood, known for her fierce independence and strong will. In her later years, O'Hara lived a quieter life, often reflecting on her storied career. She passed away in 2015, leaving behind a legacy of powerful performances and a life marked by both triumph and adversity. Her story remains a testament to resilience in the face of life's challenges. Michael Pate portrayed the character Puma in the 1963 film McLintock, a role that showcased his ability to embody complex characters. Puma, a Native American, is caught in the tensions between settlers and indigenous people, reflecting the broader themes of conflict and misunderstanding. Pate's performance added depth to the film, highlighting the struggles faced by Native Americans during that era. After McLintock, Pate's career continued with various roles in film and television, but he faced personal challenges that overshadowed his professional life. He battled alcoholism, which affected his relationships and career opportunities. Pate also experienced a tumultuous marriage that ended in divorce, leaving him to navigate the complexities of life as a single father. In the late 1970s, Pate moved to Australia, where he found renewed success in television and film. However, his later years were marked by health issues and financial difficulties. The last known information about him indicates that he passed away in 2008, leaving behind a legacy of diverse roles and a life filled with both triumphs and struggles. As we wrap up our look at McLintock, it's hard not to feel a wave of nostalgia. This film, released in 1963, not only showcased the talents of John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara, but also captured the spirit of its time. The challenges faced by the cast, from Wayne's battle with typecasting to O'Hara's struggle for more substantial roles, reflect the broader changes in Hollywood. Their careers evolved, but the charm of McLintock remains timeless. Did you watch this movie during your childhood? Perhaps it was a family favorite, or a film you stumbled upon on a lazy afternoon. What memories does it bring back for you? Maybe you remember laughing at the antics of the characters, or feeling inspired by the strong themes of love and resilience. We invite you to share your stories in the comments. Your experiences and memories are part of what makes this film special. Let's celebrate the legacy of McLintock